Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Crusader Kings III, where this is the thing we're looking at. We're looking at, if fervor doesn't go down, having to accumulate 3,550 piety in order to reform our faith. And I think that's extremely doable. Honestly, I think we can absolutely get there. It does look like at the moment, not all of my vassals would convert, which might make a complicated situation. Why is that exactly? Okay, he wouldn't convert because he doesn't like me, because he's my rival. And same deal here. We get a big bonus from how much learning we have, apparently. Oh, wow. It's a good thing Chieftain Ara likes me so much, because Chieftain Ara is apparently way into the way Ukonisko works right now. And then, yeah, all of my close family converts automatically. So, okay, we should probably work on opinion with these guys while we're at it. I kind of want to try to romance my husband again, even though it keeps going terribly. But maybe pushing up our vassal opinion is important. Also, I was looking at this, so we're way over our domain limit. That is decreasing vassal opinion by 10 points, but like 10 points isn't that big of a deal. And our domain levies and taxes are down, but like our levies are really good. They're still actually very fine. And then our actual tax income is not so hot, but it is of course the case that that we keep finding money on the ground effectively. So maybe it's okay. Basically what I'm saying is I'm just going to hold on to these holdings for right now. It's possible that when we hit 890, all of a sudden these numbers, November 890, all of a sudden these numbers are going to become completely untenable, and if that happens, then we'll dump some stuff off then. But if we don't have to worry about it right now, it seems like. So, let us then just progress toward having more piety. We have the ability to go on a pilgrimage, and I think we probably ought to. We have the money for a long journey. Yeah, let's go ahead and do it. So, they're all long pilgrimages, it turns out. I'll go to the longest one. And then, that aside, I think we're just good. We're just waiting now. So, other big decisions. Consecrating our bloodline. It's looking like we are really headed toward religious icon pretty fast. We've already almost gotten to Paragon of Virtue. I don't know exactly how many points of piety it's going to take to get from Paragon to Icon, but I think it's possible. I think we are going to consecrate the bloodline. Oh, well, it does cost, in addition to having this, it does cost a huge amount of piety, and we're going to have to spend a huge amount of piety already. Okay, maybe not. Maybe this won't be on the table for us, but we could probably consecrate our bloodline with our player heir, right? Our player heir has pretty good learning. I don't know. It's not an immediate concern. What I'm mostly focused on right now is just making sure we get this done. So, scheming. I'm going to try with my husband one more time. Oh, can't do that. You cannot seduce him again for a while. I never even tried. I can't do that until next month. Alright, maybe we'll run one sway on that powerful vassal who's real mad at me all the time. And then after this, we'll see about doing the other thing. And then I guess just let time roll forward. Do we want to be engaged in a war? Are we taking penalties from... Damn it. That probably shouldn't fade while you're mousing over it. I don't know why they would allow that to happen. Okay, we are. There is a 44-point offensive war penalty. I'm a little surprised by that. I feel like everything that's been told to me about our culture and our religion suggests that, like, both of those, they should be fine with that. Alright, if we were going to found a new kingdom, we have to hold 3 or more duchies or just have 30 baronies, I'm assuming? The number of counties, okay. So, that could be the way we approach this, just having enough land. We're actually really close now. Not that this is, like, on the table immediately, because it does cost piety, but me being a king would definitely, or having a king level title, would definitely help with our renown, which I do care about a lot. Yeah, maybe we would do that. I don't know. let's go ahead and claim a little bit more land and see. So the land that we just got a hold of is not... Okay, this is... Sorry, so it's showing me the de jure duchy boundaries, right? Yeah, the titles that existed in the real world regardless of what is going on in your actual game. So, I mean, we could wrap these up. Can I just, like... Is vassalizing you an option? Can I just... It is an option, but he won't do it. He does not feel that I am his rightful liege. His opinion of me is quite positive, but not positive enough. And I'm not... My military is not big enough to overcome the difference. And in fact, never could be. Because that maxes out at 20. So... Okay, that's interesting. I could pursue Chieftain Vigu's claim. This is a version of this war that doesn't cost piety and also would make Vigu happier? Yeah, I like that. I think that's actually a pretty good solution to a bunch of our problems at once. Declare war. I love war. As I prepare for my journey, I know that I will travel safely under the protection of the gods. Yep. My rally point is in a perfectly sensible location. Yeah, these guys are in some trouble. I don't know why my army formed up in two different places, but whatever. Passing by the campfire, one of my fellow travelers is telling a story he once heard about some high chiefess to raucous laughter. They all fall silent when I approach, except for the storyteller. Ah, don't worry, milady, you're nothing like the boar in this story. It's about the high chiefess of these lands. What is my current stress level? Some. Okay, so I can just hang out and enjoy the story. I don't really feel like I would whip this dude for this. I could vary my pilgrimage companions. I do like the different culture thing, but I think I'm just going to listen to the story. It sounds like he's probably telling the truth, maybe. Alright, that ought to pretty much end that. I'm finally here at the Great Temple of Crusader. As the shaman offers me blessings, I reflect on everything that had to happen for the gods to bring me here to this moment in time. I have, in fact, walked the holy path, and everybody loves it when I have been in the footsteps of my forebears. They just love those footsteps. Alright, so this siege ends the war, right? This is 100% of the relevant holdings. Yep, this is the same message we got last time. It is good to be home. Pilgrimage has ended. So we captured the Marshal and his heir. Wow. Does he have the money to pay ransoms? Nope. The new prisoners are not ransomable. He would not even do that. Okay, whatever. I'm sure we're gonna have to wait for the siege to run out. I don't know. If he wants to throw his army against me again, that would get us the 5%. Oh, they are going to come over here. Okay, that's nice of them. So we totally kicked their asses. We have taken the chieftain himself hostage. Is anyone willing to ransom him? Hell yeah. I'll do that. Alright, I make to make my vassal, Chieftain Vigu, more susceptible to my attempts at approaching him, I can compliment him on his soaring ambition. He's ambitious. That's... I don't know if he'll like that, but it's right. Okay, he says it's been a source of joy for him. Cool. And then we just enforce our demands here. This land goes to my vassal, and now he is plus 39 on me. We'll go ahead and complete the sway. But that was good. That was a fun little boost. Spent a little bit of prestige on it, but... so now we can create that duchy title too, I suppose. So, we're not desperate for prestige, though. Where am I at relative to the next level? Okay. I mean, that's a bunch. That's considerable. But yeah, I'm not gonna stress about that too much. So that's got us... We should have just gained one county there, I think. Yeah. So we're almost at size enough. I mean... Can I just take this too while we're at it? How many... This is a single county? So, Conquered Duchy just costs 200 piety for no gain at all. I feel like the game should tell you that when you mouse over, like when you select this option, if they're the same. Yeah, sure, let's do it. Let's just take this over too. Even closer. Raise armies. So my armies are now always raising in 2 different locations. I'm not sure why. Is that something I did? I could call my allies to war. That doesn't feel necessary. Nope, no ransom. Who even are you? I don't know. You're on house arrest. It's whatever. Just leaving people on house arrest all the time. It doesn't seem to have any real penalties. I'm being raided down there. Well, that's annoying. I mean, at this point, I could break off one of these armies to go handle that, I suppose. Shouldn't be a big deal. Yes, I like this marriage. It should happen. He looks really mad. The number here says that he's happy, says that we are friends, but he looks very angry. Okay, wait, maybe never mind this thing I've told you to do, because it looks like they're just leaving anyway. Can I cancel a movement order? Merge. And then you guys just stay put. I wonder if on my military panel I had it set as 2 separate armies or something. Yep, we got lots and lots of titles we can create. This thing is constantly glowing, but it never has new information. So restraint doesn't seem necessarily important. Carefree is fine. Wash your hands runs down to Iron Constitution. I don't know that it really matters what order we take these in, frankly. We're just trying to get whole of body while we're young enough for that to matter. Alright. Chieftain Vigu is extremely swayed. We took the guy himself hostage. They'll probably be willing to ransom that. Nope. This is not an important guy, right? No. Okay. Sorry. You're the chieftain. I'll absolutely ransom you. I assume we'll be under 100 war score when that's settled, but obviously the siege will fix it. I don't know what's going on here, but good for them. I think the raiders maybe got attacked while they were out. Now they get to see how it feels. Oh no. Not the Moku that I like. Shit. Well. Can I have her educated by... So who was educating her? It was a person with considerable learning. I had her working on Mastermind Philosopher. Well, I'm gonna have her educated by a witch for the last year of her youth. We'll just see how much of that gets in there. Because, like, it would be cool to have some more witches around. I am very pro-witch in this religion. And also just kind of broadly, as a rule. Alright. Enforce demands, get some fame. Took some prisoners, just go ahead and release them. Cannot disband my army for some reason. Why not? Okay, now I can. It was just confused. Sometimes it takes a tick for things to update. Oh, yeah, right. Sure. Did I actually keep those other prisoners? Usually you let go of prisoners at the end of a war. Did you ransom? Whatever. Get out of my prison. High Chieftain Joseph gained strategic expertise. Okay, he's just getting even better at martial. I mean, he was already pretty good. Okay. Lots and lots of people in my prison. I should probably let a bunch of them out. But, like, also, who cares? No, that's a bad attitude to have about that. Wait, I don't have a... How do we keep losing our physicians? Get me a physician, damn it. Alright, who are you? That's my daughter. Why is my daughter in prison? Oh, because she was part of the thing with the guy. Release my daughter from prison, please? No, she doesn't need to renounce her claims, I don't think. Does she... What? So, she is... married? It says spouse. The fact... Oh, no, sorry. When we click on him, that's not her. She is the concubine of Davgon, and she seems to be... It seems like she does want that to be the case. I assume that I would have the option to just keep her in my court if she didn't. That's fine, but renounce your claims? If you're gonna go be part of his thing, you don't get to be part of my thing. Get out of here. You know, listen, I'm happy she's out there living her own life. Who are you? I don't know, you're just some guy. Get out of here. We cook. I don't know. I'm not even going to do that because I don't know who you are and I don't care. Just get out of my prison. I don't want anyone in here who I don't even know why they're in here. Yeah, fine. Out. Out. Let's... I can't even press this button. Get out of here. Yeah, hooks or whatever. Just get rid of the strangers in my prison. Yeah, out. My Chancellor, Chieftain Vigu, one of the many Chieftains Vigu, has worked hard to convince our neighboring realms and vassals that the peace treaty I entered with Nalka of Livonia is flawed, illegitimate, and unfair to me, so I could take the rest of Livonia if I wanted. Well done. Moku, who I just released from prison, is now being offered to me, potentially as a court physician, He'd be okay, I suppose. It actually is just... It's just people I released from prison recently. Well, I mean, Leondu has 13 learning and wise woman. I trust Leondu. I have to spend 100 piety? That's not great. Maybe I don't... Maybe I can't afford to be seen doing that. Yeah, Moku seems fine. Banish. Banish these notifications. So yeah, like I said, our income's pretty solid, although it went down some, and I'm not sure why. I wasn't paying enough attention to what all of the different, bonuses we had going were. Chieftain Vigu was not swayed. I do think we should probably make another attempt, but I'm gonna swap over to this. The date passed, and it just says you can't do it again for a while. Well, why not? Well, why the hell not, then? I don't know. Whatever, I guess. I guess we'll keep swaying the guy who I actually do think it's pretty important that he likes me. And is there anything of great import that we could be doing piety-wise? I don't think so, right? Mystical Communion costs piety. We could spend some money hunting and feasting. Honestly, a feast is probably not a bad idea. We can form some titles, but none of that will increase our piety at all. If we got one more county, we wouldn't need to form another duchy title in order to get the kingdom thing done, which would be nice because it means stressing our money less. So maybe we should go ahead and do one more little war. One more tiny, tiny little war. Like, we could have at Livonia, apparently. What if I just took a county off you? If I conquered duchy, I would get that. Or this down further south. That doesn't really seem like what we want. Maybe we should try to take something that would, like, increase the contiguousness of our territory. Although I guess, actually, Karelia has taken over a lot of land and is now in control of all this stuff, and we are, for the moment, still allied with them. So maybe not such a good idea. Finland? Finland has a very small military. Some alliances that totally matter. Where is this? Where are these guys? Okay, pretty far away. Far enough away that maybe the war would be over by the time... Well, I guess I can't start my troops very close to Finland, unfortunately. I'm just saying it's like, it is adjacent to what we're doing right now. What about over here? Oh, this guy doesn't have... He forgot to have a military. Well, that's gonna turn out poorly for him. Okay, his thing is 2 different counties. Interestingly, counter duchy against this guy costs prestige instead of piety. Oh, is it? Ah, he's not my faith. Okay. That's why that was costing piety. Well, that's fine. He has some allies. Sorry, wait a second. Yeah, they're not very large allies. Like, all combined, they're still not really that scary to me. If we were going to spend 375 prestige attacking him to claim this duchy, though, we would not have the prestige necessary to summon allies to the war. And I would want to, right? We'd at least, like, get these guys on and have them sail around. Just to make sure nothing silly happens. Then again, it's like an 8-foot walk to his deal, so maybe we could just declare war and press him real fast. I probably do have to deal with my domain stuff now, because, like, look at how bad... Ooh, also this. We don't need this right now, though. Let's hold off on that until after we reform our religion. But I probably do need to deal with my domain holdings now, my domain limit problem. Who do we want to give stuff to? Who do we want to pass things on to? Who in our kingdom deserves some land? I mean, who's on the council who is not landed? Chieftain Vigu has land, and he's never been particularly nice about it. My son is unlanded. Yeah, I do have an unlanded son. But we could pass some stuff on to our counselors to avoid creating a problem. Oh, that's because he's theocratic. He can't hold land that isn't the church holdings. That's why he stopped being my player heir, I bet. Well, whatever. That's fine. I can just give more stuff to you. Boy, I have a lot of stuff, is the thing. So I cannot give him a title that he does not stand to inherit, because of our current rules. But I can give him, you know, the stuff he does stand to inherit. So wait, there's not a single holding in this high chiefdom? It doesn't change my domain size at all. If I give him all that stuff, it almost gets me low enough. And it's going to be his eventually anyway, right? Yeah. I'll do that, and then we got to give away a little bit more. I could give Ilmar some stuff. I think that would be okay. So... Reval. I do like that. And then... Because this is his current stuff, right? We can give him things that are close to what he currently holds. And I guess it doesn't make a lot of sense to me to give him non-contiguous lands. The game will let me do it. Yeah, alright, I'll do that. Let's get that down to there. So yeah, it didn't really affect things very much. Okay, here we go. Here's my levy sizes have returned. Again, it's just the game does not update things quickly for whatever reason. Yeah, I'm gonna do this. We're just gonna take him down now. We'll get it done really quickly. I would like your duchy, please. 2851 with your allies is still not even up to the task of just fighting me off. Alright, raise all. And again, for some reason, 2 separate armies. Boy. Okay, so... The Karelian conquest of the chiefdom of Viangi. Who are these guys? Okay, sure. I accept. I will not participate. I think he's got it, probably. Alright, a lot of my allies are getting drawn into that. Saba has come of age. Hold on, a lot of things are happening here. So she has become Midas touched. Wow. They grow up fast. To the false High Chiefess Ciara, may your years be short and miserable. It seems there is no recourse for our dispute other than to settle it on the battlefield. Northman army... The Jarldom of the Northman army? Attacking Estonia? Okay, well, that's inconvenient. Actually, like, really inconvenient. I cannot not have... That's an important one. Who are these guys? Their thing sounds made up. Yeah, this is a made-up army. They just invented a new army to be a problem for me while I'm busy doing other things. That's fun. Call allies to war. 540, it's not very compelling. Yeah, I wanna call an ally into this war. Does this have no cost? Huh. Okay, yeah, cool. And Karelia, can I pull you into that as well? Interesting. I wonder why I can call them to this war for free. Hopefully they'll just go down there and help with that. Oh, and my kid can marry. Okay, so she's got awesome stats. She's really good. We should marry her to someone, but I don't really know who. Oh, apparently there's a genius who would marry her. No, sorry, I was trying to just pop his window up here. So he's just kind of nobody right now. Boy, their kids would be smart as hell. Or we could marry her, you know, for alliance purposes, which might be a thing. Like, what manner of alliance might we earn? We could potentially ally with Mordvinia, which is where? Okay, like, far, far to the west. I'm not necessarily wild about that, to be perfectly honest with you. I kind of want to just keep working these... I want to keep working traits into our family line. He would accept that as a matrilineal marriage. He has no... There's no penalty for that at all, because, like, he's nobody. You know, who cares? Yeah, send proposal. More congenital traits in the bloodline. Let's do it. Anyway, back to what I was doing, though, which is winning this war as quickly as humanly possible. How quickly are we talking about? Oh, you know, 6 months, something like that. Not like quickly. So they have troops desperately trying to get home in time to make a thing of it. Is this just... Yeah, it's still just Vigu. I don't care about Vigu. That's fine. We'll worry about all of these other notifications later. High Chieftain Borkus of Gardanus. Who are you? Okay, nobody is who you are. Interesting that these troops are sailing this way when I inducted them into the war against the Northman army. Shouldn't they be going to Estonia right now? High Chieftain Mekislav might join the Karelian conquest. I don't care about that. That's a war that I'm participating in name only. Siege of Baton was lost. Okay. I mean, that's annoying. It is not going to affect the war very much. It's a pretty small, a pretty small thing. Kakisami is under siege, and that's the thing that actually matters. That war is not going that well. So, I captured his half-brother and someone from his court. My suspicion is we're not going to see a lot of ransom. Oh, you know what? Cool. Okay, I'll take that. He has strong feelings about his half-brother. Maybe they're pals. So I think I'm going to start marching one of the armies away. Let's send you guys down here. And the smaller army can just go and grab that and finish this war off. Ransom accepted. Beautiful. Wonderful stuff. Chieftain Vigu was not swayed. You know what? We can call it on that, though. He's very positive on me. Am I allowed to try to romance my husband again? Nope. Just for a while. Just not for a while. It's weird that they put a date in there, but the date was a lie, and now it doesn't have a date at all. I'm assuming it was supposed to have displayed the real date, and that's... Okay, whatever. So we had another vassal who was negative, who did not want to convert. I think it was Chieftain Ati. Let's go ahead and try to sway him as well. I would like it if everybody converted when we did the flip over. Are both of my armies going to the same place right now? It sure looks like it, despite the fact that they were ordered to separate. Because, like, I do want somebody headed down here. Is that really the fastest way to do that? Okay, well. Yeah, so see, these guys took that order too. I don't care about this. I do not have time to care about this. Alright, will I finish my siege before they finish theirs? Hard to say. It looks like our ally is gonna turn around and fight them, maybe? Although he's not even part of this conflict, is he? Hold on. This is the one I meant to invite people to. Okay, I did. This one, I do not have any allies in. So, can he even fight those guys? Greetings, my serene liege. In serving as your steward, I have learned much about record keeping and finance. I'm willing to tutor you in these topics in order to gain your favor. So, I can try to learn from him, and maybe I'll get some stewardship increase, or maybe I'll just get a temporary increase. We can both benefit if we pool our knowledge together. So there's a chance that I will gain stewardship, there's a chance he will gain learning, and in this one, he doesn't get a favor on me. Or I can tell him to buzz off. And I will gain prestige for that, despite the fact that that doesn't make any sense. Well, I'm going to do that one, because I do think that I want the prestige more than I want the temporary buff. So it's probably better for us to run up here and fight him. I don't know. It's hard to say. Like, obviously, we want to win the siege, and we want to have control of both of those, and we want to defeat his soldiers. I don't know what order it makes the most sense to do those things in. Alright, lots and lots of money. You know what? I'm gonna invite him into this other war as well, I guess. We have the prestige to do so now. Let's get him to actually help. Since he's standing around ready to help anyway. Oh, new perks. Perks is good. I love being resistant to disease. So... Wait, where's my second army right now? Did they actually make it all the way around already? They did. Unfortunately, there are now 8,000 Viking adventurers in this location, so not really a thing I can do anything about. Yeah, wow. That's a really, really huge number of Viking adventurers. Who are these guys? Well, he's a poet, I guess. That's something. Maybe I just lose this war? It sure looks like I just lose this war. I cannot imagine how we could possibly hold up. So, I'm gonna have this army disengage back into the sea. As I open my eyes in the dark, I am immediately overwhelmed by an ominous feeling. Is someone oh, we're gonna get to be a witch! Hooray! Valnamoinen offers you his blessing, potentially? Yes, I accept it. Of course I accept it. I love being a witch. That's the best. So you're not actually doing anything, which sucks. Why do AI armies have no interest in fighting wars? All he has to do is walk a little bit to the north and kill a force that is an eighth his size. I'm really curious what's going to happen here with this war, because, like, what happens if I surrender? He gains the Duchy of Estonia, which he cannot have. So he is currently a Viking exile with 8,000 soldiers. He will stop being a Viking exile. Minimum battle roll plus 10. What the fuck? That's not fair. And he will steal my holy site, which I will then have to get back from him, which will be impossible if he just has 8,000 soldiers that he definitely does not have. Yeah, his magical army of zero maintenance warriors is a real problem for us. I guess just come back over here. There's nothing else for you to do, really. You cannot participate in that other conflict. Okay, my son has become a fortune builder. Good for him. So now I have to go back up here and reconquer this because my ally elected not to do anything of value. I captured Chieftain Harek's daughter. Well, that seems like the kind of prisoner that gets a ransom. Eesh. I guess, technically that's a ransom. I've gotten an idea in my attempts to align Chieftain Ahti to my interests. With the right arguments, I may be able to convince him, yeah. I can make a pretty convincing argument along those lines. So I now have 4 additional... You can call allies to war. I do have a son who can marry. Well... We could potentially ally with these people. That doesn't seem necessary. Then I don't really know who I want to marry. Again, we could just try to marry to get traits into the family. I don't know that it matters very much, though. He can't marry anyone who has any particular import. You have a claim on the Chieftain of Memel. Chieftain of Memel, which is way down here. Far south even of Livonia. That doesn't seem terribly relevant. I guess we could try marrying for a claim. I still have my congenital traits feature on? No, it's just that, or the filter, but, oh yeah, it must be. Sorry, let's turn that off, and then look at the look at the alliance power thing again. Yeah, there we go. That's a more sensible set of numbers. You know, I don't hate that. Muram is pretty far away, though. Yeah, is there a, That's just Gwaladat. Karatyak? I wish it were not so many clicks to go to where a place is. The High Kingdom of Chudia. This is where the Chuds are from. Well, you know, it's actually not that distant. And he'd be marrying into a claim, which is interesting. Although, of course, it's a claim on a female character, and the game has a lot of real weird, arbitrary rules about that. I don't hate it, though. So, you're just in the court. Where does your claim come from? Unclear. She has good stats, though. A lot of good traits. Also ambitious, which is sometimes a good trait. Honestly, I think this is pretty solid. He would not... Oh, no. He will accept a matrilineal... I'm sorry, what am I talking about? It's my son. I was looking at female marriage partners. And I was just like... Got it all in my head that we were concerned about one of our daughters. I think that's a reasonable marriage. That's a good marriage on a couple of different axes. I learned of someone... Who are you? My champion is a non-believer. Okay. Fine by me. I actually do not care. All right, are we all headed to the place here? Can we please get this done? Okay. Lots of people are joining that conquest of Vyangi as for some reason, even though it doesn't seem to be an important war. That dismissed a new notification that popped up instead of the notification that I was trying to click on. Whatever, it probably wasn't relevant. It was probably just more people joining this war that doesn't matter at all. Here, for the moment. Okay. I think at the moment I could afford to put down a Peasant Rebellion. Where is this? Which of my counties is the one being targeted here? Like, where are they going to appear matters a lot. Of Peasant Revolts. Oh, this is in every county in the faction thing. Okay, well... So our control level could dive terribly. Everywhere. I mean, that kind of... It's already 0 everywhere. I guess this has almost no cost at all. Fine. I haven't had any control in any part of my country in an extremely long time, and it doesn't really seem to be a problem. My spy master is uncovering a lot of stuff about my champions. I feel like I don't really want... That's not useful. That's not a good thing for you to be doing. 2 years ago, you promised to aid me in the Karelian conquest of the chiefdom of Vyangi. You have done nothing so far to support me. What is the point of our alliance if you never even lift a finger to help me? If I don't lose... So if I tell him I'm going to show up, and I don't, I could lose a level of fame. I could just pay him to leave me alone. I'll pay him to leave me alone. I'm busy. Buy some mercenaries with this. No, I still want to dismiss that. You might have realized that I wanted to dismiss it when I dismissed it. Okay, I don't care. We got so many notifications related to that tiny war over a tiny thing that doesn't matter at all. Okay, let's get out of this war. Too many counties. Oh no. You may suffer overextension. When you have more than 30 counties in your realm, your tax income goes down. But becoming a king would fix that. Well, that's a thing we can do. That's a thing I might just do. And then, yeah, a whole bunch of noise in this box. So, these Northmen have made no effort to actually end the war. I'm wondering if there might be something we could do about this. Like, there's no universe where we can put together an army large enough to fight this group of magical appearing Northmen. But I'm wondering if we can just hold out long enough to hit the amount of piety that we need to reform our religion, and then surrender. You know, if they're going to take this so incredibly slowly. So, I think I might just disband my standing armies. I think it's actually going to turn out to be faster to disband them and re-raise them elsewhere than it will be to move them elsewhere from there. And then we can actually make some money in the meantime. So if we wanted to... Ooh, hold grand sacrifice. What? You organize a grand festival involving deciding the scale of the festival, selecting who or what to sacrifice. Okay, so this is because we now have a territory... The reason this appeared is because we have a territory that has a belief system where sacrifices can happen. Because we now hold some Asatru land, I think. I don't, obviously, care about this very much. Founding a witch coven, of course, would require some stuff to happen. There's a fair number of witches in my territory already, so with our personal scheme, we could be trying to convert our player heir. I think we'll let this finish, and then we'll start trying to win people over to witchcraft. See if we can't found ourselves a coven. And like, my allies in this war are they're not tiny, but they're certainly not large enough. We could potentially call more allies to war. It doesn't seem to cost anything to do so. And you have a force. Maybe altogether we could resist this. And then like I think, do we still have an unmarried kid? Are all of my children wed? So just out of here. Chieftain Ara has, yeah. So we're not going to get any more alliances that way. And I mean, people are reluctant to form alliances anyway when you're in a position like this where you have a ton of alliances already. My son would like to be on the council, but it'll be fine. It'll be fine to not have him on the council. So, yeah, we can just hope that everybody shows up, and then we can try to fight once we've sort of massed. Maybe we could fight them off. I'm not particularly... I don't think it's particularly likely. So let's say we rally point over here. My marshal is currently in organized levies mode, which is good, and I think I need that to be the case. Do we want to swap you over from foreign affairs to domestic affairs? No, probably not. I think I want to keep our husband in chivalry mode. Yeah, we're doing what we can on the war front, I think. Alright, so major decisions that we're moving toward. I do want to found a new kingdom, but we can't do that as long as the war is running. That's interesting. Also, it will cost us 500 prestige, so I do need to stop spending prestige for a minute. We need to be working on this. I would love to consecrate my bloodline, and we are hauling ass on that just as fast as we possibly can. We have to accumulate like 2,000 or 3,000, 3,000-ish. We have to accumulate 3,000-ish more piety before this is a realistic option, because we have to organize the faith first. But in doing so, I'm sure we will become a religious icon. Yeah, that's how we would need to get 3,000 for this anyway, so that's fine. So yeah, I think we should do this just as soon as we can. I don't think the 200 piety that this costs is going to be a factor in any way. And then, like, I could host a feast, I suppose, to help with my vassals a little bit more. Calling a hunt is worth... You know what? We should call a hunt. Prestige. Prestige is critical to us right now. And I'm not going to raise my levies. I'm going to just let my levies replenish a little bit for the moment. We'll see if anything comes of this. They're going to come and make trouble for me. Chieftain Vigu, the guy who has consistently been a problem, is also trying to bring down the stag. I am going to bring down the stag. Hey, that was pretty good. So now, actually, the only thing we're missing is a little bit of money, right? We can almost found this kingdom. A little bit of money, and also we have to... The war has to come to an end. One way or another. My acquaintance Cecilia died. Ah, my prisoner. Say prisoner. Your prisoner Cecilia died. Chief Donati was not swayed. How unfortunate. I think I'm still going to abandon this. I really wish that had worked. It would have been nice, but I got stuff to do. He's married. What do you mean allow marriage? Do we have... I forget how my current religion works. Do we have... No, consorts and concubines, but only one spouse. Yeah, weird. I don't know why that was even an option. Anyway, the thing I actually wanted to do was convert to witchcraft. Critically important. Yeah, if we can get that witchcraft buff on our house nice and early, I think that'll be really, really good for our long-term prospects. You can declare 15 wars. Did you know? All right, I need some of my people's stewardship stuff to come through here. So the Northmen are just kind of sitting around. They're not actually... Okay, they are sieging something. I wish that on this view the sieging symbol was still visible. I don't feel like I want to be zoomed in this far. There's too much world happening. One of my vassals converted from a culture that is not mine to a different culture that is not mine. Not really a very useful piece of information. Okay. Satru populists, whatever. So we've almost got our levies recovered. When is this gonna actually become a problem? Not for a while. Not for a while. I think we don't have to worry about giving it away just yet. I want the levy size that it provides. It's really... It's tough to feel like raising my armies is going to be relevant here, and obviously we do need to be accumulating dollars, but also a lot of my allies did show up. So, where am I allowed to move my rally point to? Can I put it in... I'm assuming I can't put it in a place that is currently occupied by soldiers. And here we're not currently occupied, but there are enemy soldiers. Hold on, I'm going to let these guys leave. Okay, start raising. If we all work together, we totally might be able to pull this off. We might actually be able to defeat the Northmen. Although I'm noticing all of my allies are bailing out. In a show of great cowardice. Where are they going? Because I'll just go where they're going. We should... Okay, I think they're actually coming over here, maybe? Here, I will help you with that. Yeah, if we can mass up, we can do this. I'm losing money every second that all of my stuff is raised, so this better work out. I watched The Sleeping Shape of Vigu while I send a quick prayer. Yep. He loves it. He loves being a witch. Who wouldn't want to be a witch, right? Like, obviously. So, in order to make the Coven happen, I need to just convert a few more of my adult house members, and frankly, my house is pretty small, and everybody in it thinks that I'm the best, so this should be quite easy. Convert to witchcraft. My other son, the other one of the twins. Come on. So they're not all massing up. I'm a little worried about this. Let's maybe okay, we are forming up. Okay, everybody in the pool, I guess. Aha! Okay, we actually did it. We actually beat them back. I'm really surprised by that. I gained 350 prestige. Wonderful. It's a shame that they didn't have to pay any money to me. I would have really liked some money. No, thank you. But okay, that's nice. Alright, well, I don't really need help with this scheme. I feel like this scheme is largely under control. Thank you. So yeah, now we just need money. Peasant Rebel. Okay, I'm not too worried about that. We can at this point easily use our military to put down a Peasant Revolt, so I'm not going to stress about that one. Let's go Carefree. How old are we now? 44? Yeah, I think we still have time. I think we still have time to get done all of the stuff we want to get done. Provided that I don't get assassinated or something. Is my spy master... Yes, my spy master is still very positive on me. Oh, is my husband okay? He's looking a little rough here. He is ill. Well, shit. I hope he comes through. Okay, so we're working on conversions. We're working on just getting dollars. I call on you to honor our alliance and join me in the Chudia Byarma Subjugation War. Who's doing what now? You're big. They're also kind of big. I accept and then don't show up. And if he sends me a letter about me not showing up, then I'll do it. But I don't wanna. We probably should. I can't afford to have my levies raised, though. Yeah. Alright, I really can't afford to have my levies raised. I'm sorry. Let's pass off a piece of land to one of my vassals. Who needs land? Hey, you. How would you like the chiefdom of some place? Okay. All the way up to 2.5 wealth per month. And then... Yeah, my vassal is... My chief is currently doing this thing. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it... Okay, founding a new kingdom is not going to be affected by the fact that I don't have development. It was the decision to found the kingdom of Satmi required that? Was that right? No. What was it that required me to have... Oh, it was adopting feudal ways that required me to up my development level. Okay, that's a thing we will do. We have other stuff we have to figure out before this is even a viable option anyway. And I am constantly broke. I mean, this is a low development problem, right? Alright. A bunch of my allies have joined the war. I bet they're gonna be fine without my help. I sure hope so, because I don't have the time or energy to help them. And we're still just accumulating here as quickly as we can. Alright, welcome to our communion. Good stuff. We're very pro witch communion here. Okay, so I just need to convert any other adult member of my house. I certainly still have kids. Huh. Interesting. She's located in Runala. I'm surprised by that. Is Ara a witch yet? Yes, Ara's a witch. Mellet? Mellet is not a witch. Easy. Mellet's a good boy and he will do what his mother tells him. You know, this is turning into kind of a thing over here. Maybe I do need to show up. Because, boy, there sure are a lot more men in those red armies than there are in those blue armies. We'd get prestige for participating, but we wouldn't get any money. It would be a money-losing prospect here, which I kind of can't afford. We don't really have a way of, like, a decision that is going to earn us money or anything either. I guess we could just put off founding the new kingdom. It could be a later kind of problem, because we should help. We want this kingdom to be strong. Yeah, all right. Where's my rally point? Is somewhere around here, right? Move it over to there, and then let's do it. Let's raise. I wonder if it's a logistics issue. Oh, one of my prisoners who I decided was my rival has died. Okay. Yeah, I wonder if it's a logistics issue that makes it so that my armies are raising in different places. Like, you can't raise armies beyond a certain size without a certain level of military technology or something. I cannot merge you guys. You are not both standing in the same spot. Yep, just no merge option. I can't link them to each other either. Okay, well, box select. There we go. Okay, we can merge them if I box select first. I will show up and participate. But let's get this over with quickly, shall we? Because every month that I have these troops raised is a real nightmare. I mean, if they all merge up together, it could be an issue. So wait, hold on. Maybe I'm a little confused. I thought this was an enemy army, an unfriendly army on account of it's got the red name. But I guess they are two different reds, aren't they? Hostile army, enemy army. Those are two different things. I guess he's involved in 2 wars? He is involved in 2 wars. Okay. There's also a Gwaladat Biarmia Subjugation War. Okay, fine by me. Is there a holding around here that I could be grabbing? Just like doing some siege stuff. Because this is not under their control, but it's also not under our control. It's under Gwaladat's control, I think. Well, if these guys can't work together, then I am the 500-pound gorilla in this particular conflict. I'm just going to run around and do whatever I feel like doing. Okay, excellent. Decision available. Found the Coven. It's the easiest shit in the world, and now we have that house bonus, right? Yeah, okay, so just like Crusader Kings is a game where everyone's a witch all the time, because why would you ever not be a witch? It seems real good. We may as well host a Grand Rite. I love a Grand Rite. It costs money. Never mind. We'll host a Grand Rite later. That's how we will celebrate the creation of our kingdom. We'll host a great big rite. I'm being raided. It's not a good time for it. What happened to, okay, they're over here. They're coming. They're showing up, sort of. They're going to somewhere. We really do need to work on our county control. Another Northman army trying to conquest the Duchy of Estonia. Great. Well, we're getting closer and closer all the time to having enough piety to reform the faith. And then once we reform the faith, I don't think we have to be in control of all the holy sites anymore. I think it won't be a big deal if we lose Estonia. Okay, so this is a place we should show up and beat that army up after they beat the other army up. We're just ships passing in the night. Don't you even think about drawing a sword. Okay, this should be a very easy win. We're rolling very poorly, but still. Ah, my champion was wounded. How dare they? Damn it, 80. We captured one of their champions. Would he be willing to ransom just a random champion? No, he would not. Okay. Alright, so we need to claim like one more holding or win one more battle, basically. And then I would love to be able to redirect my men towards something else. Hold on, are you a hostile army? No, you are a proper enemy army. You are part of this war. So defeating you might be enough war score. Maybe. It's hard to say. Let's just go do the siege. Although actually that siege is potentially going to be enough. Hold on. Are they... Okay, no, they're not fighting. Sorry. They're just running through. Yep. The crazy Northman army is doing the thing the crazy Northman army does. Where they just show up and claim stuff with an impossible force that they definitely don't have. That's wild, man. How do you, as a Viking adventurer, gather 8,000 men to your cause? Alright, so this is over, right? Could you enforce, please? I would love for this nonsense to be done with. That doesn't seem terribly relevant for us. Neither does this, but like, know thyself is at least potentially useful? Maybe. I think we're doing a really good job here so far, though, of, like, setting up... Cool. So be it. I think we're doing a really good job of setting up good long-term bonuses for our bloodline and our dynasty and stuff. You guys need to get back home, and we need to maybe call allies to war. We might need to do this thing again. Could you please help me out? I'm so happy that calling people to help out with these armies doesn't cost any prestige. But at this rate, we're never going to be able to put together the money for that kingdom thing. We're going to need our steward to just find a bunch of money laying around. Because I have to have my levies raised at all times. I'd love to create some titles. I would love to do things. But no. All we can do is have levies. Alright, we got a lot of friendly soldiers on the way. We have quite a large alliance, actually. Okay, that's exactly the thing I'm talking about. Do that one more time so I can found a kingdom. We're really close, also, to being able to actually reform the religion. We're, like, right on the edge. So there's nothing we can do to fight them. Like, there's nothing we can do to add war score except just to get in a battle, right? They don't have anything we can do to try to pressure them to walk into us. We must walk into them, which is definitely a larger organizational challenge. But it does look like my dudes are helping. They're coming along. Come on, form up, everybody. Oh, the cowardice. We must run. We must run. We must catch them before they get to the ocean. I mean, I guess, or not. You know, if we don't catch them, it's not actually the end of the world. The further I delve into my studies, the more apparent the link between mind and body becomes. Yeah, so become athletic or become a journaler. Again, I think journaling makes more sense for this character, right? Okay, we are thoroughly defeating them. Enough. Enough with this. I mean, it's a really good source of prestige. I'm not too mad about that part, I guess. Still not doing it. Peasant Revolts, right? Yeah, the actual faction that was up against us was disbanded. I don't know exactly what happened with that, but they disbanded. Okay. So now we can disband, we can get back on money making here. And I do believe that we're just gonna, I know we're over the hour, but we're just gonna sit here for a second and accumulate piety, because we're really, really close to being able to reform this religion, even with it being at 100% fervor. Gosh, I do control some land, don't I? It's been a productive character life. And she's only 47, too. Like, with all our bonuses and stuff, it is reasonable to think she could live to quite an old age. We might have another Durbale on our hands. Okay. 3555. Let's do it. Let's press the buttons. So. Okay, cool. It remembers what I set up. So yeah, we have all the things. One of my vassals isn't going to convert, and he's not going to convert by a lot, because he hates me more than anything. I don't know what this guy's... Who is this guy? Also, he has more learning than I do. Wow. Everything that could be negative about that is negative. That's nuts. I don't have any idea who this is. It's hard to keep track. You know, our country has gotten so large. Anyway, let's reform this faith, shall we? So we're changing the faith system. We're setting up equal views on gender, same-sex relations, and we're changing the tenets, which has changed the virtues and sins a little bit. So we get the Sky Burial option. Everybody gets a disease resistance boost, because presumably we're handling corpses less. I guess that's where that comes from. Astrology, which gives us naval speed and allows us to divine the stars. And ritual hospitality, because we all like to gather in the mess hall and hang out. And this even gives us another piety boost. Not that we desperately need it at this moment, but... And the ability to host characters as an honored guest. Reforming the faith makes it an organized faith, which has access to holy wars, and their court chaplains are better at converting counties. We will be abolishing church holdings, because rulers will have direct control over those. We are going to have some domain limit stuff to work out, but also we're going to become a king at some point here. Or sorry, a higher chiefess. I'm not sure what our title's going to be when we found the kingdom. And I will become the head of the faith. My old faith will consider me a stray, which is not like a big deal. I'm doing it. Let's hit the button. The beliefs of Ukanusko can never be changed once it has been reformed. Okay. My old player heir son has become the player heir again, because he is no longer involved in the church thing. We now have some holding stuff that we got to figure out. A little tiny bit of holding stuff. I may take a consort. I am under the seemly number of consorts for someone of my rank. Well... I mean, he's pretty great, right? He has some good stuff going for him. We got a lot of legendary Blade Masters around. So people think it's weird that I don't have enough consorts? Is there an indicator for what exactly that's doing? I mean, sorry, my spouse probably wouldn't have it, though. Like, let's look at my vassals. There is not an opinion indicator here that says anything about my consorts. Whatever. You're my consort now. Is that cool? Have I made that okay? It looks like. I guess so. I wish that it was just a little bit more explicit with, like, you are under the seemly number of consorts, and so, here are the consequences of that. Here's why you might want to fix that. So we could create the Kingdom of Sapmi right now. It is not as expensive as creating a new kingdom, because, again, the game really wants to give the real-world map primacy over everything else. But I want to do this mostly so that we can see exactly what happens when you do it. I think that this is the version of this we want. So we have to get together 200 more piety, which will not take long at all, and 34 wealth, which I think also should not be a problem. And then after that, we're looking at Consecrate Bloodline, because we're still going to need 2,000 more devotion. Is this one called devotion? It's piety and... Yeah, I think so. Yes, we need that. Interesting. Why did this become 1,000 renown? Why did this get better? Is it because my religion is organized? Because this used to say 500 faith, and I'm pretty sure the Savior was not on here before. And it'll give us an increase in our level of splendor. Well, I mean 1,000 renown, of course, would do that. Yeah, okay, that's exciting. I want to do this real bad. We just have to accumulate a hell of a lot of piety. Do I have... So now that our faith is reformed, we are getting 0.3 piety per powerful vassal. And I'm assuming all of these flat values are then modified by all of our percentage values afterward. So, okay, we have a lot of old Ukunusko that needs to get converted, apparently. We'll work on that. But so I should definitely be making sure that all of my powerful vassals have council positions if it makes even a tiny bit of sense for them to. So you currently do not have a spot on the council. You're really not very competitive for spots on the council. You know what? You would be an okay chaplain. Can I do that? Yeah. I don't even know who you are. Whatever. Welcome to being the chaplain. Did he have an injury in war? Is that what happened? So he definitely has not always been one-legged. Okay, but so that's good. That gives us another little piety boost. Who else? What other powerful vassals? It looks like just Vigu. And again, Vigu is not on the court because he's horrible at everything. He's not actually that bad at war and intrigue. He's just way outclassed by the other people we got. I think this is fine. Alright, so one of our major things. Okay, and now we can create a new faith, which is a thing I would like to do because I want to be able to name a faith. I don't think we would change the beliefs at all. So this is a thing to think about maybe, but we are definitely consecrating our bloodline first because that huge amount of renown would be really nice. And we're actually really close to hitting our first renown purchase. We will definitely get this if I can upgrade myself to a king level title. That'll help a lot. And then we can make, if we're a king, we could have dukes under us, so we can make other members of our family dukes, and that'll bring in even more renown. Yeah, our renown will really start firing once we get this kingdom founded. So that's our next big thing. But that sounds like kind of a Monday concern to me. We are all out of time for today. Thank you all so much for watching. When you come back next time, after our little break here, we're going to be looking toward, now that we've got our faith basically founded, I guess maybe I don't want to work on spreading it just yet. Maybe if we're going to create a new faith, we do that first and then spread that. I just really want to be able to rename my damn faith. I don't know why the game has to be so difficult about letting you do a thing that is yours instead of playing with the pieces that, came in the box so much. Whatever. When you come back next time on Monday, we're going to be working toward all that stuff. And we'll see you then.